All right. Shake, stop, stop. Home gym problems. The cat scratching up boxes. Okay. Gym. I apologize for neglecting you. So we won't get into why. We're just gonna move forward. So just please accept my apology. I will do you better. 2019, 04, 08, Jakara's Fit Gym. Happy Monday. We are starting, today is all snatches. I'm not even gonna say starting with snatches. You're just snatching all day long. So please do the warm up. That's gonna get your body warm. That's gonna get your shoulders warm and active. We like our shoulders. We use our shoulders a lot. We wanna keep them healthy. So for that, please note the second part of your warm up that you have today. You'll see that there's a barbell complex. It says snatch. You're doing power snatches today, so go ahead and do those as a power snatch. Do that barbell cycling warm up at least 3 times, increasing weight. From there, what you can do is work up in weight to a good working weight that you feel comfortable with. Look at your first task for the day. It gives you 3 set weights of power snatches. Look at your last set that you have. Even if it's just for 2. If you know or think you can be getting at least 2 power snatches at that weight in that cycling time, I want you to do that weight. We only get better at cycling weight if we do it, right? If that's outside of your scope of strength, I want you to think, what is, 80% of your 1 rep, and that's the weight you're going to start at, and I want you to then scale those 2 starting weights accordingly. So if you need to start lighter, absolutely start lighter, go up and go up. Note your work and rest time. Note how many rounds that you have. I believe your score is the total amount of reps, and then you'll leave your individual in the notes. Your first Metcon option, please note that RX is in a vest, okay? So if you opt not to wear a vest for this, that will be scaled, even if the weights and the movements in the workout are done RX. RX is vest and the weights and the workout. That movement should be pretty standard or those movements in your Metcon. If you don't have access or you can't run, go ahead and row for 250 or ski for 250. Again, in your vest, it's gonna suck, but go ahead and get that done. And then I didn't flip my thing. Your third Metcon option, no vest. You've got heavy dumbbell snatches. Note on your box jump overs, the height of the box. You can, yes, you can use your hands to get over the box. You can, but you can use your knees too, depending on how tall you are. But what you cannot do as you go over the box is let your feet hang off. So feet and body over the top plane of the box. However, you got to get that done. Just don't fall and roll off. And then front squats are without a rig. So squat plane, power plane, and then squat. So that's all your movements and notes about your workouts. For your power snatches, whether it's in the barbell cycling or in the Metcon, remember, a power snatch from the ground, jump and extend, is all the way to here. You can receive that barbell in this position, hips above your knees, and stand up. It feels like a little extra work jumping underneath the bar and standing. Over the course of a lot of reps, you're saving your shoulders a lot of work. Remember, ideally in a power snatch, or even any snatch, right? You're jumping, extending, scarecrowing, and receiving that bar with your shoulders already rolled back and down, which means your back and shoulders are receiving the weight of that bar. And your legs are supporting you as you come up to standing. If you attempt to, or you do, muscle snatch, right? This tends to be faster, but we're making our shoulders work. It's still a snatch because we're not pressing, hopefully, but we're making our shoulders go through an extra range of motion, and that little bit just adds up, okay? So, especially for the barbell cycling portion, it just helps you lift heavier weight, right? For your Metcon, when you've got your power snatches combined with your wall balls, the less that you have your shoulders working, the better, okay? So even at that light weight, but especially since you'll be in a vest, you're gonna jump and up, back down, up, okay? For the wall balls, don't be surprised if you've never done wall balls in a vest before. Even those of you that are blessed with a vertical advantage, you are going to experience a little bit of what us fun-sized people have to do. You may have to use more legs than you normally do on your wall ball and jump a little bit. So with your wall ball, remember it starts on the ground. You have to come to full extension with that ball in that front rack position before you squat and throw. Again, to save your shoulders a little bit on this, as you toss that ball, drop your arms and you can catch it here, okay? Again, it doesn't seem like a lot keeping those arms extended, but you're talking about a 1 second rest over the course of a lot of reps. That adds up. That's gonna be 2 minutes of rest on your shoulders. Another competitor trick for wall balls, it's kind of tricky with the timing, but as you get that ball up to that target and drop your arms down, you can start to squat and receive the ball as you're squatting and go, and go. Again, it's a little tricky to get that timing down. Doesn't seem like it saves a lot of time because again, you're saving a second, but add that second up over the course of what you're doing. And that's a minute time difference, okay? So challenge yourself to go unbroken on your power snatches and your wall balls for the second Metcon. Cat butt. Cheyenne, don't knock it over. Jesus. And then just run as fast as you can on that, all right? So that was your second Metcon. Part 3, again, that's just challenging, that's intentional. Heavy, higher, harder, get shit done, okay? And again, please do the cool down. Cool downs are just as important as warm-ups, and they are also just as important as the workouts. So go through the stretches, go through the active recovery. I am not going to lie, on the cool downs and the warm-ups, I have not been programming crossover symmetries just because I personally don't have access to that, but I have bands. I love the crossover symmetry. I'm obsessed with it. It has helped my shoulder from all the injuries that I've had, but I just don't have one of those right now. So that's why you see bands and banded pull aparts and different variations. Those work just as well if you do them. So do them. And then also, if you follow Jakaris on Instagram, you'll see that on occasion I post to the stories other people that talk about things that they do for their shoulders. Absolutely do what you need to do. Try those exercises. Foam roll is needed. Stretch it out. I give it to you because you're paying for it. Make it easy for you. I tell you what to do, right? It takes you having to come up with your own out of the equation. There's no score on those, but you can absolutely log it and leave notes if you want me to see and address those concerns. So have fun with it. Attack with fire. That's what Jakaris means, right? Go with it with intensity, with passion, get it done. subscribe, follow, like, spread the word, at me. I love being added. Yeah. Have fun. Catch you guys tomorrow.